This chasuble is late 17th, early 18th century, and it was appliqued and embroidered specifically for use in the church. This was its original intent. And you can see the symbol for Christ, and you can see the symbol for the Virgin Mary on this particular chasuble. If we walk over to this one, and you look closely at the textile, you'll see that this was a luxurious textile made in the 18th century for a garment, for a dress. It was not intended originally for liturgical use. But because of the gold and silver woven into the textile, as well as the very elaborate brocading, it was very costly, and it's very typical for very costly garments, once they're no longer worn or fashionable, to be given to the church so that those textiles can be repurposed into liturgical vestments. The dalmatic is a T-shaped garment, and it actually originates, as do most of the vestments and the shapes of the vestments, in late antique Mediterranean secular garments. So the dalmatic actually dates back all the way to Rome as a tunic, and it was worn under the toga. The original Roman tunica had vertical bands called clavi that decorated the fronts. Those clavi changed over the centuries of liturgical use and became known as orphreys. And an orphrey is a vertical band on the dalmatic, the vertical bands that you see on the chasuble, here just made out of ribbons, and actually also the vertical band on the cope, which is behind you in this corner. You have some editing to do. The semicircular garment also is a late antique Mediterranean secular garment. It was like a cloak that the people would wear to keep, to protect them from cold and rain. And it became part of liturgical vesture in the 13th century. And the orphreys along on the cope are on the horizontal band of the semicircle. The hood of the original cloak is just vestigial on the coat. It's simply decorative, and it's on the back. This coat, which is red satin, is embroidered with what we call needle painting. They're long and short stitches, and it allows the embroiderer to do very, very delicate shading and really give dimensionality to the flowers and leaves. And of course, this particular chasuble was embroidered particularly for use in the liturgy. It was not repurposed. And it's particularly gorgeous with lovely tulips. Just absolutely wonderful.